I'm not a professional trainer, and the thing is, my trip out west showed me what I had been doing wasn't enough. And by the way, this isn't all I'm doing, but this is what I'm doing in the gym. This is my secret mountain brick workout that I stole from my triathlon days. So here's what it is. So the first thing I like to do, and I just do it as a warm-up, is get on the treadmill. I put it to the highest incline, which is 15%. I find the treadmill a bit tedious. I will run on days once or twice a week to kind of get my heart rate up and simulate, but treadmill can be a great part of your workout if that's what you want. For me, first machine I like is leg extensions. And I'm not going super heavy. I'm fatiguing the quads in isolation before I ask them to do compound work. On the trail, your quads are what break your entire body weight plus pack weight on every descending step. They need endurance, not just strength. Next up, I'm typically on the hamstring curl machine. This balances the quad work. More importantly, hamstring stabilizes the knee on uneven terrain. So every time your foot lands on a rock at an angle, your hamstring fires to protect that joint. This is injury prevention as much as it is strength work. I want to note that these aren't the only two exercises. I actually prefer the machines for simplicity, but you'll commonly find me at my other gym doing all kinds of different variations of these. It's really just, in my little quote unquote brick workout, it's about overloading these muscles. So I'm working the quads, I'm working the hamstrings. I'm also big on working the calf muscles. And I do all kinds of different exercises for those. I'll use the machine, but I'll also just do toe raises, or I'll do eccentric calf raises. This is Achilles protection, which is really important on the trail. A lot of injuries to the Achilles and the front of your shins. And this kind of work really helps prevent that. I actually have issues with my Achilles. I have spondyloarthritis, so it's something I work on all the time. But to get back to this idea of the brick, all of these exercises are about overloading all these things. So I want to overload my quads. I want to overload my hands. I want to overload my glutes and my calves. So squats are a big part of it. Matter of fact, squats are probably the best exercise you can do. And any variation of squats, you can see all different kinds of variations here. They're all great. They're all about getting you fatigued before the real brick starts. So if you haven't figured out by now, my secret recipe is this brick workout that I've stolen from my triathlon days. And a brick workout is basically a bike followed by a run. And the reason they call it a brick is because your legs feel like bricks. And just think about it in an Ironman. You bike 112 miles and you got to go run a marathon. You got to train for that feeling. And that's the brick workout. And this is my JMT brick workout. And so if you live somewhere flat and you're training for mountains, this is the answer. Not the cardio stair climber where you're bounding. The actual Stairmaster, slow, deliberate, step over step. And here's what nobody tells you about it. It's not the cardio that makes this hard. It's the cumulative leg fatigue. By the time I get on this thing, my quads and calves have already been working for 40 minutes, 50 minutes, and I'm asking it to step continuously for another 30 minutes or 60 minutes or 70 minutes. And that's the closest thing to mile 10 of a mountain trail that I found in Florida. The breathing gets harder, the legs get heavy, and that feeling of wanting to stop, but knowing you have more. And that's what I'm training for, because on the JMT, that feeling shows up. You don't get to step off. You don't get to step off the trail, right? So that's my secret brick workout, and I hope it works for you. And again, I'm not a professional coach, but this is the plan that I'm using. And I guess, the trail is going to tell us how my plan was. The trail will tell all. But anyway, so you can see core here. I add core, and core is uber important. I like to do exercises, and you could do whatever you want, but I like to do exercises that also work that lower back. I also do a lot of yoga moves. Whatever you like to do is fine. There's no perfect one. I like the Roman chair. I like the captain's chair, but I also like just doing planks are fantastic. You can do crunches and stuff like that too. I tend to do more, active type moves. And like I said, a lot of yoga moves, but core, very important. And so don't forget your recovery items, cold plunges, red light saunas, massage, or just taking rest days, eating high quality proteins and carbs after your workouts, just do all the getting electrolytes into your body. Just do all those little things so that you're really getting the benefit of the workout, and so that your next day workout really pays off, and you're strong and not suffering from the previous day's workout. All right, we will see you on the trail.